Good afternoon and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Mark and I'm going to take you for a walk around a 2015 HSV Clubsport R8 LSA sedan today. It was built and complied in November 2015 but first registered in March 2016. Starting at the front of the car, as you can see, finished in bright red. A couple of minor little polish marks just down on the bottom of that bumper bar, which will come out once our detailers do their thing. Daytime running lamps as standard in these and colour-coded front parking sensors as well. As you can see, sitting in our new car showroom, and it's certainly not out of place here, a customer or previous owner put 22-inch alloys on it, so they're not stock from factory, but we will be putting stock wheels back onto the car just to pass its roadworthy initially, but just for the purposes of the video, left these on the car. The Clubsport badging on the bottom of our right-hand rear door, and as you can see, coming around the exterior, I won't be able to pick a mark on this car. I've had a really good walk around it. Customer traded the vehicle in on an FPV GT, so certainly enjoys his performance cars. This has only done 12,000 kilometres and now we're at the rear of the car. Does have a reverse camera which we'll highlight a little bit later. The distinctive LSA and R8 badging on the back of our boot lid. Factory spoiler, and then the clear tail lights just sets it off, gives it that, you know, really tough look at the rear. And then as we come down the passenger side of the car, tinted windows of course as well, as you can see. This just gives you a really accurate idea of the overall exterior condition of the car. Is basically as new. Now we're underneath the bonnet of the Clubsport and we'll have a chat about all of the enhancements that's been put on this car. As you can see, it is fitted with the LSA supercharged motor. So a lot of the variations that this car gives you from the stock standard factory version, usually 530 kilowatts from factory. This one's actually been spec'd up to 530 kilowatts. As we mentioned, the 22-inch Simmons wheels. We've got a pulley upgrade, exhaust upgrade as well. So it's got the larger injectors, a cold air intake, 2-inch headers and high flow cats, twin 3-inch exhaust running through to the rear. So it now puts out 405 rear wheel kilowatts or 530 kilowatts at the motor, so certainly giving you more than the performance that you would expect. So we'll just go around to the rear of the car now. Simple matter of pushing on one of our two factory keys just to release our boot lid. As you can see, we've got the cargo net there as well in case we've got stuff that we don't want rolling around in the back. And of course, as you'd expect, as new inside, probably never had any cargo stored in the back of the car. So as you'd expect, as we mentioned earlier, it's only done just on 13,000 Ks this car, or 12,637. So as you'd expect, it even smells like new inside. Our driver's armrest has all of our power window and power mirror switches. Auto headlights as standard. Also, being the LSA Clubsport on our leather wrap steering wheel, we've got paddle shift behind the back of the steering wheel here if we want to drive the car as a manual. Height and reach adjustable steering wheel as well. Does also incorporate heads-up display, which gives us our speedo in the actual windscreen itself. And then on our steering wheel, all of our audio and Bluetooth controls here, all of our cruise control settings there, with lane departure warning and forward collision mitigation warning as well. Moving to our multi-function screen here, incorporates obviously all of our stereo, Bluetooth streaming as standard, does have the enhanced driver interface as well. So that just gives us all of the information about what the car's doing. Obviously we haven't got the car running because we are inside the showroom. All of our master controls for our audio, and then all of our controls for our dual zone climate control, air conditioning and heating. Our T-bar is standard. As I mentioned, we can just drive it like a normal auto, across into performance mode on our left-hand side, brings the paddle shift into play. Then also we have the driver mode, so we can change the driver mode from standard to sport to performance. And then here on our left-hand side, we can turn our rear parking sensors off if we wish. It's also got reverse parking assist. Also, as we mentioned, does have reverse camera. Does it or doesn't it? Let's just start the car for a moment and we'll just double check that now. Okay, so there's the picture. It does have to be running for us to see that physically on the screen. So just to give you an idea how clear that picture is, cup holders behind that, and then a storage compartment in here, which incorporates our USB and auxiliary inputs as well. Now we'll scan around the interior of the car, and once again, as you would expect, it looks unused. Everything about this car, the carpets, the factory car mats, for example, all of the leather and suede infills on our seats as well. 6 airbags in this car, gives it a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. I didn't mention it earlier, but does have premium sound as well. The only other thing we'll have a quick look at, as you'd expect, it would have only had its one service in its life so far. Which is an intermediate service carried out by ourselves. I mean, we've done it even though it's not due until 15,000 kilometres. And the last thing I will show you is just all of the authenticity certificates and charts just from when all the enhancements were done. So you know that it's been done by people that are certainly authorised to do it, and then all of the receipts for all of the work done in excess of, I think, in excess of about 15,000 kilometres worth of performance upgrades. Last but not least, I did mention 15,000 kilometres in enhancements, over $10,000 worth of enhancements on this car. It does also have the remote start as well, so we do have the ability to start the vehicle off the remote if it works for me. Just give you a really accurate idea of the sound that it's putting out. Obviously with all those enhancements and the depth of sound as well, makes a massive difference to your standard factory version. So I hope this has given you a really good idea, probably one of the nicest HSVs I'm going to lay my eyes on in a long time. Certainly going to do everything that you want it to. So give us a call on 9907 0555 and one of us will be able to assist you further.